How about now? Sorry about that. That should be coming through now. What's up, Ryan Hall? Thanks for letting me know about that, brother. Charles 75N, Herb of Fireside Studios. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. No audio on mic still? Oh, okay, it's good. Okay. Okay. Scared me. Got it. Cool. Dude, what's up, guys? Welcome to Octopus Garden. It's going to be my new show. I think this is going to be a lot like Laz's gear and demo show, but maybe where I actually demo gear. Just kidding, Laz. Laz is actually on his way back to the Americas today. Excited to have him back. Glad he survived his trip. Shout out to him. Music Therapy Laz on YouTube. Where's the beer, bro? Jeez. Early, man. On a Wednesday. That's hardcore, bro. If I were in a band or if I was, I don't know. That's hardcore. That's all I got to say. But I do have a few new purchases this week. You were hearing a couple of them in the beginning. One of them's hard to hear. It's true that. Brody's Jam Cave. What's up, bro? Thanks for coming in, man. So one of them's hard to hear that I was jamming through. That just it makes a difference, though. Is all you guys know? Ryan Hall specifically. I know you know now. I got myself the Keeley Compressor Plus. I just got that. It's the first time having one, and I'm really digging it. Just got it a couple days ago. And in front of that, I didn't play this in the beginning, but I got the JHS Bender, the Legends of Fuzz Bender pedals, the tone bender. Really digging that. It's a little noisy. That's why I'm not using it right now, but it's still really fun. I just wish when you rolled the volume off, it was quiet, which it's not. You roll the volume off, and it's anything but quiet. Who the heck's trying to call me right now? Oh, I need to call them back at some point. Anyway, I don't know why they're trying to call me right now. So the Keeley Compressor Plus, it's rocking. Sounds really good. Beefs up your clean tone, if nothing else. And right on. Have to check that out, Herb. But yeah, the Keeley Compressor Plus it's a really good, studio style compressor in a little box, and does what I needed to do. I'm not going to be running any crazy signal chains where I need like a true studio compressor or anything. This is going to be perfect for my needs. In fact, it's probably a little overkill, but I'm happy with that. And next up, I got the JHS Screamer, which is what you guys were hearing in the beginning, giving me that little extra push and that mid bump. Really digging it. It's the JHS 3 Series Tube Screamer clone. I don't want to say clone, but I guess it's a clone. And it's their modified Tube Screamer. It's the same thing that comes in the JHS Bonsai, and they just set it as a standalone pedal for their JHS modded Tube Screamer. Sounds killer. And for the price point, you can't beat it. Picked it up for around $60, maybe 70 with shipping, something like that. And yeah, that's so Les Paul, Bender, Keeley Compressor, JHS Screamer, Tuner, Looper, into the Victory Kraken with the JHS delay pedal in the loop. I'm hearing it through 1x12. You guys are hearing the cab sim. Yeah, that's pretty much my gear right now. Absolutely loving this Les Paul, as you can tell. And that was kind of the main topic I wanted to get onto today. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Hopefully, I can get some interesting responses from you guys in the chat too, because I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. As you guys know, I was a big, Kiesel nerd, and no worries, bro. Come on back whenever you're ready. Um, so as you guys know, I was a big Kiesel nerd, and I still like Kiesel to an extent. Um, think they make great instruments. They're bulletproof instruments, and they sound great. Um, especially if you can get one that's the spec'd out properly. It's they could be a really great instrument for sure. There's no question about that. But here's the thing for me is I realized that after playing this Gibson, no matter how good a Kiesel will sound, and this goes for any instrument because Kiesel is my number one. I'm talking about ESPs and uh everything out there really. I mean, and I know this is all to varying degrees because there are definitely other guitars used in music, so don't get me wrong, but Gibsons just sound like rock and roll. Gibsons just sound like the music I grew up listening to. And there's just nothing else to replace that. The bridge pickup on this Les Paul just has a sound, and and it's just I think it's the sound I've been chasing and I didn't know it, or maybe I did and didn't want to drop the money or whatever it is, but I'm glad I finally did, that's for sure. Um Loving this guitar, and yeah, and I think that's my main thing today in this video I wanted to get across is that, to me, like, I guess there's a difference between sounding great and sounding phenomenal, sounding really good, sounding beautiful, and then sounding like rock and roll, sounding like music that you know and music that you love. And that realization's kind of it's got me toiling a little bit. It's got me unsure what to do with that information. So I'd love some feedback from you guys on that and what your perspective is on that, and maybe 'cause I know certain people out there love a good Telecaster, and that thing is kind of the definition of just loving it because it's what's made music. Yeah, that's cool, Herb. I like that. I definitely like that perspective. Is whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you want to play. That's the one, and that's for sure. Nothing wrong with that at all. Weather changing. It's a little windy outside. That's okay. Um, Maybe I should go ahead and demo the bender pedal real quick. So I'm gonna leave the compressor on. Yeah, tellies are great, and that's one thing I've heard from a lot of people is that Les Paul in a lot of ways is just a souped up Telecaster, and I kind of see that. I kind of get that. Um, Obviously, both hardtails, and they're gonna do their own thing in certain ways, but they both really rock on that bridge pickup, and then you get some really creamy stuff on the neck pickup. They're great guitars. It's got me wanting a Telecaster, but I got another guitar I got in mind. Let me go ahead and blow your ears out with some fuzz real quick. So I'm just gonna go bridge pickup. Right now I have the compressor on. I'm gonna leave it as is. I have the screamer on. I'm gonna leave it as is. But the screamer is just all level, no overdrive. All right, here's with the bender. All right. I had a feeling that wasn't going to come across the way I wanted it to, but I had to at least try. I was having fun with it. I was having fun. Hmm. Well, it's too bad I couldn't couldn't really show off the bender because that thing's fun. But I'm really digging the tone I'm working with right now too. Turn off echo cancellation. Okay, I think I do have it on. Okay, echo cancellation's off. I just so you know, I have it set up to reduce mic background noise and automatically adjust mic volume. If I needed to turn either of those off, let me know because obviously I'm an amateur at this. Turn off auto volume. Okay. Okay. Did that. So now it's pretty much just what's going in, hopefully. Well, I hope some of that's coming through okay. I know I'm kind of. This is going to be a very much still a test stream, as much as I'd like it to not be. Because I'm gonna have to go back and listen to all the audio and see what was working and what wasn't, and hopefully some of it was. That would be a bummer if none of this was working right. But no, I feel like some of it's coming through okay. I did test before, the stream, trying to get the levels right, but what comes out in the actual stream is uh, different. Oh, you weren't hearing any guitar that time? Okay, well that's actually a good thing because yeah, that's actually a good thing because I'm having. Oh, instrument levels are low overall. Let me see. Can you guys hear that? Let me know if that how. Let me know what that sounds like to you because I can turn it up. I was afraid of it clipping hard, and you guys said I was already having trouble with clipping. You can barely hear the guitar. Is that what you're saying? I'm running out of the back of my amp. I'm going direct basically with my amp, and okay. I mean, okay. I know this is gonna help, but hopefully, let me know how this is. Is that better? Or is that bad? I hate this is turning into a test stream, but this is it's probably for the best. Not any better. No guitar. Really? That's got to be better, right? That's so weird. Can hear it, but real low, almost not there. But as you turn it up, it clips out. What? Hmm. That's troubling. Sean Hockey, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping in, man. Um, Audio's low because I can turn the send up. You know what I mean? But I just feel like that's gonna just not do what it's supposed to do. Let me try it though. Still nothing. Still nothing. I know that would obviously work, but I was hoping to have vocals and guitar. Um, because I mean, not there. That's so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Let me know. Okay. Oh, okay, buddy. Okay, let's just do the audio automatic volume, and hopefully that works. All right, I'm throwing in the towel on the guitar today. I'm just gonna hold it. Just gonna hold it. It's gonna just look pretty. That's so crazy. I don't know why it would be doing that. Um, the thing is, I have tons of volume on tap. It's just a matter of I have a feeling as soon as I find. Thanks, brother. I just have a feeling as soon as I find the right thing to turn up, it's just gonna blare you guys out, and that's I guess what I'm afraid of. Um, I'm gonna try one more thing. I know I said I threw in the towel. I have a hard time with that. Is that any better? Yeah, I'm using an interface, Rody. I have a feeling that wasn't any better, was it? No. Hmm. That's so strange. I'll have to figure it out. Um. Anyway, no better. Dang, that is rough. I don't know what's going on with this thing right now. I was getting signal before the show. It was showing that it was louder than my voice. So I was like, "Oh Jesus, this is gonna be tough to wrangle." And then now it's not even loud. I don't know. That's why it's like I wish these StreamYard things or whatever would just be like kind of easier to use. You know what I mean? It's like you should be able to hear what your audience is hearing when you're setting these things up, but neither here nor there. Keith H, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping in. Having some not guitar related, electronical, technological issues, but no big. Sounding good in the room, huh? Did you? No, I was this. You did not mess me up. Guitar was good until you started changing stuff. Oh, was it? What did I have on? I think that's all I had it before, like that. Test, test. Yeah, it's great. It wasn't doing it. Hmm. Oh, like, dude, like it. Maybe? You got my voice? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Okay. I think I figured it out, but that's okay. Flipping again, flipping now. I can turn that down. Vocals now? Can you hear me? See, now it's switching. Vocals check, vocals check. Vocal check, check, check. Okay. Check, check. Can you hear both now? Is both coming through okay? I feel like that's as close as we've gotten so far. I've gotten. It's not unfair here. Hopefully, test, test. It looks like my vocals are coming through. Check, check. See, the only problem is now I think I'm okay. Kind of got to figure it out, but this is as much level as I can get out of my microphone by itself. Now, can you guys hear me okay, or is it like hard now? Hard to hear. Uh oh. Kind of okay. Yeah, I'm having I had a feeling that was the case. I think what I'm gonna do is just end the show going this way. Test, test, and yeah, I'll have to look back to this. Hopefully, this will get us by to the rest of the show. I just turn this mic volume a little bit. That's good. Okay, well, an attempt is made. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm glad the guitar I was able to get it sounding all right for you guys for at least a minute. Hopefully, we're pushing a lot today, and that's not good. Right on. So yeah, I'm kind of becoming a little bit of a Gibson nerd. I've learned a lot about them recently, and mostly just about different years of Gibson and what it means and all that kind of stuff. And I think my next guitar, I'm just gonna get a Les Paul Special most likely, but I also like the XP Special. But one of the 2290 pickup slab bodies with cool, man. I was hoping so. I felt like the same way. I was always bored on Wednesday, man. And I was like, well, if I could start something up and maybe come hang out, it'd be fun for everybody. So that was the thought process. Yeah, I just want it to sound right. I just want I want the sound to come across. I want to be able to just talk, play guitar with seamlessly. 2023. I've been waiting a long time for this kind of technology to be available and usable. And people have been doing it for a while, so I just got to figure it out. And I will have everything to do it. As you can hear, I was able to get things to come across at different points. It's not all at once. So hopefully I can manage to put it all together. I still haven't got help from Brody Bean, but he did say when he's got some time he'll help me out. So I know he'll do that too, and that'll be good to get some points from him. Maybe help get some right. Yeah, after kind of switching real quick. After a couple of weeks of Victory Tracking, I'm really digging it. It takes pedals extremely well. It's just a really good sounding amp. I forget that it's not, all three, but I don't know. It's just a good amp, period. So, can you guys hear buzzing? Is that what I just turned off my amp. So if you guys heard some buzzing, oh, Jesus. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna go back to auto. Yeah, it seems like it's doing it fine now. Yeah, there's something weird going on with the mixer. I think StreamYard is automatically mixing stuff, and it's just not doing it properly. That's what it looks like happening. Because now I turned off the other input. Now my vocal mics are fine. It's like, oy vey, details, but it's okay. It's okay. At least you guys can hear me now. That's all that matters. Cool, cool. I need to just get an acoustic, I guess. That'll be the way to go, huh? So let me think here. What's everybody else gassing for right now? Has anybody else got a guitar on the horizon? I know Charles is always, doing his projects. He's not necessarily buying guitars as much as creating them, which is cool. By swapping inputs, maybe. Yeah, for sure. No, for sure, Charles. It's definitely a learning process, and I'll figure it out. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. One thing that Johnny Bean was he was at TwitchCon this last weekend, and one thing that they had there that I thought was really cool that I could probably use is there was a microphone that came with this software. You have to buy their microphone, but it's a decent mic apparently, and you buy their software, or the software comes with the microphone, and it allows you to listen back to all these things during your stream, like I've been wanting, kind of talking about. It allows you to do all that kind of stuff, so it's intriguing, and it could be an easy way to do it because all I need to do is buy that microphone. I don't even need to go direct anymore. I could just use this microphone to record the guitar, and bang, boom, done. So um, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I gotta figure this out one way or the other, though. Gretsch Hollow Body, man, just a classic. Just almost one of those you have to have in your arsenal if you want to have a complete lineup. Uh, my friend Eric, he's also my guitar tech. He his guitar player in his band, well, the other guitar player in his band plays a Silver Sparkle uh, Gretsch Hollow Body, and he rips on that thing. He's one of the most unique players you've ever heard, and he plays it on Gretsch with TV Jones pickups, whatever those are called. And it's funny because he never plays what you expect him to play. Like in any part of a song, you're like, okay, the song's gonna go like this, and he takes it a whole different direction. And he'll play it with the slide. He'll play it just picking, obviously, finger picking, all that kind of stuff. It's interesting to watch someone so unique play because a lot of people, there's a reason why you say unique because it's cool. Blackjack guitar, what's up, man? Welcome in, dude. Yeah, Ryan, that was my spear. I just didn't want to be blaring over YouTube. I didn't want to be loud as could be. I wanted to, because I'd rather have it quiet, but you guys need to be able to hear me too. And so I'll get it figured out. I'll see what I can do. I'll ask the right people the right questions, and hopefully I can get it figured out. And, yeah, on another note, about kind of back to Laz real quick. I'm excited. He's on his way back right now. I think he said he's landing. I want to say at noon today. He's going to be back in California. I think so. And so that'll be cool. I'm excited to have him back on YouTube. Is cool. Thanks, Blackjack. And oh, that's cool. Oh, Charles, dude, you're awesome, man. That might be the trick. That might be a way to do it. Thanks, man. That could be cool. Um, yeah. So I was happy Laz survived his trip, and he went to that worst part of the world at the worst time. So just as far as from a safety standpoint, but happy his trip went well and he had a good time and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, happy or excited to have him back on YouTube. Has been missing his shows. I like his shows. Pop in and talk to all you guys, and Laz always has funny stuff to talk about. And yeah, so that'll be cool. We're talking about even maybe getting together this weekend and having him try out my Les Paul. I want him to take it for a swing. Mixer. See, that's the thing. I don't have a mixer, so maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just need a mixer. Because I have an interface. I was thinking I'd be able to mix everything using just the ins and outs of my amp, because it has send levels and stuff like that. So I was thinking I'd be able to control everything that way. But maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a mixer. I mean, that sounds obvious now that I say it out loud, but yeah, it's a 2-channel interface. Yeah, and I'm running the vocals into channel 1 and the back of the other direct out from my amp into channel 2. Yeah, Laz has been gone a long 3 weeks, but I know it's gonna be he needed a vacation. Let's put it that way. He works his butt off, so I was really happy for him that he made this happen, despite it, kind of the headache it was for him. But his Valiant guitar is down in LA. He's going to be going to pick that up soon, and maybe I'll go with him to pick that up. Yeah, I mean, I think if I did get a second microphone, that would fix everything. I think trying to go direct from using cab sim stuff is what's kind of giving me my issues, because when you're just controlling levels in a room, it's easy. You just listen. You're like, okay, that's too loud or whatever. You know what I mean? Or turn down the sensitivity on this or whatever. It's like it's kind of more intuitive, I would say. Whereas, yeah, when with digital stuff, a lot of times, and maybe not a lot of times, but certain situations you're flying blind, having to pilot without your ears. Yeah, so hopefully me and Laz will make another trip down to LA. I'm excited to see his Valiant guitar, and it's always fun to make a trip down there and see what we can make happen. And obviously, the big thing coming up is going to be NAMM. I need to sell my Kiesel so I can afford it. Pretty much. I mean, I'm going to be able to go regardless, but to make it so it's not stressful, I want to sell my Kiesel because then it's just like I'm cruising and it's all good. So, and recently I did roll the fingerboard edges fairly heavy on the Kiesel and really good results. Really happy with the results. The neck was feeling too wide, especially compared to this Les Paul. It's like this Les Paul, and that says something. I mean, my Les Paul was feeling like a smaller neck than my Kiesel was, just because of the shoulders were so big on it. And I rolled the fingerboard edges nice. Took a screwdriver and just rolled them. Took about a millimeter, pushed about a millimeter in on each side, and now the neck feels almost small compared to how it was on Kiesel, and it's feeling good. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, if you have a neck that's feeling big, that might be the trick. Yeah, I'm using the free version of StreamYard. There are paid versions. There's like 2 different tiers of paid versions that you chase, but they do get expensive. I think it's $20 a month and $50 a month or something like that. But for the people that are professionals, maybe it's worth it. That's above my pay grade. Yeah, I'm a total Gibson convert. I hate to say it. Yeah, no, Sean, it's a good price range, good starting point. And that's really what this is today. I mean, it's been oh, there you go, 39 a month. Okay. No, my cab isn't mic'd right now. I've just been going direct from the back of my the Victory Kraken amp I have has a 2 notes cab sim out in the back, and I'm going direct from that into my interface. But I still have the cab hooked up, and I'm hearing the cab in the room, but you guys aren't. And the times you were maybe hearing it were probably through the vocal mic if it was bleeding over. but I don't have it that loud, so it might not have bled over. Yeah, Sean, are you gonna get into some streaming, man? I'd love to see what you got going on over there, man. And this might be a little silly. Well, no, it's not silly. I need to promote. I want to promote tuners right now, because everybody needs to have a tuner that they use all the time, whether it's a little snark, whether it's a floor tuner. Dude, right on, man. That'd be awesome. I'll be tuning in. I'm here to promote the Boss TU3 tuner. Very accurate. Makes you sound good. Can't tell you how many times I've heard a guitar that wasn't tuned, and it's just painful. Tune your guitars, people. I need to tell Laz that. I already do tell Laz that. Tune your guitars. Tune your guitars. Peterson just came out with the mini strobo. You guys see that one? Little mini HD strobo stomp thing. That thing looks cool. If I didn't have a tuner already, I would. Yeah, exactly. That's the best tuner right there. Herb is the one closest to you. Um, but I can't tell you when I'm just like when I pick up this guitar, especially. There's something about it where I pick it up and I'll kind of play on it. I'm like, man, this thing sounds like crap right now. And then I'll tune it up and I'm like, oh, it sounds beautiful. Whereas other guitars, I felt like in the past, you can play it and it's slightly out of tune and you don't really mind so much. But for whatever reason, maybe it's a shorter scale length. When something moves just a little bit, it's more dramatic. I don't know, but you have to have this thing in perfect tune. And luckily, Charles, the TU3 is much better. I know the TU2 can be found for a good price, but the TU3 is much more accurate. So I would recommend that one. You can find that one for a good price, but it is going to cost you an extra 20, 30 bucks or so on top of the TU2 price. Was the TU2, if I remember correctly, it was like it's plus or minus 3 cents or something like that, whereas the TU3 is plus or minus 1 cent. So it's just, essentially 3 times more accurate. And that stuff's important to me. But the thing is, the TU2 is used for decades without issue as well. So there's also that. So it's just more of a matter of if I'm going to recommend one, I would recommend that, and that's what I bought. So, and I am running everything here off of my not everything, but the pedal power ISO 5 from Voodoo Labs. Everything except for my bender. I have the bender on its own power supply. Not for any reason, but because I don't have enough outlets in my ISO 5. Running the delay pedal. What's cool is on the Kraken, there's a 9-volt out on it, so you can plug your. I can plug my my delay pedal, power it from the amp, which is cool. So I don't have to run any cables to the, to the amp. I could have basically my pedal board and my amp with the delay pedal and the loop separate, which is kind of great because my delay is a set it and forget it kind of thing. Yeah, the delay for me is pretty much a set it forget it thing. I don't switch between different settings. It's like I use it for the space, right? It's essentially my reverb. Is how I use the delay. It's just a different type of reverb. Okay, so I think to close out the show, I want to talk about pedal order a little bit. It seems like I could be dead wrong about this. I bet the tuner on the Spark's good. I don't know about I've really sworn off the tuner apps on the phone. Just even a basic snark is way better than your phone, Charles. Even just a little, cheap snark. If you can find, sometimes the Guitar Center puts those snarks on sale, and you can get them for under $10. They're worth it. They're worth it. So pedal orders is kind of a obvious thing to people who know it, but I mostly wanted to talk about preference on pedal order because when it comes to pedal order, there's a certain way, but because everybody knows, as you should know, fuzz first, right? That's for me. That's always, yeah. I would say you like a lot of gain herb. Dang, 4 overdrives, 3 distortions, and a noise gate. Not in that order, right on. Well, I'm going fuzz, compressor, overdrive. Those are my 3 pedals that are my. That's pretty much my gain stages right there. My fuzz, compressor, overdrive. And I just wanted to talk about why I chose to put the compressor after the fuzz and before the overdrive. And I'll see if I can put it into words. But essentially, I mean, what it comes down to is the obvious is that I wanted the fuzz tone compressed, but I wanted the overdrive tone uncompressed. So I wanted the compressed signal to be affected by the screamer, so you get that mid pump on the compressed sound. So you're basically, how I look at it is you're taking an open sound with the fuzz, closing it down with the compressor, and then reopening it with the overdrive. So you get a more natural overdriven sound while still having the compression going. And that was kind of the game plan with that, and it's working to a T. Because the other option would be to you still want your fuzz first, but the other option would be to put the overdrive after the compression, or sorry, the overdrive before the compression, and you're compressing both the overdrive and the fuzz, and those two could blend a little bit more together, the overdrive and fuzz, and then you compress that whole thing, and that could be a whole different sound too. And if you're maybe studio recording, that could be the way to go because it'll be a little more tight. But if you're in a live situation, well, maybe live, I don't know. But especially just in the room, just playing alone, having that extra little bit of width is a good thing. Just it just sounds pleasant. And like I said on the screamer, I had very little drive going when I was playing. It was just basically for that EQ curve, just to give you that mid bump. So yeah, I think compressor, noise gate, overdrive, distortion, front end. Yeah, there you go, man. That's cool. Yeah, I find that I don't feel like there's a lot of people in our group here that use fuzz pedals as much as I do. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there's people using them, they just don't talk about it. But man, I love a fuzz pedal. Fuzz is a lot of fun. And but yeah, compressor first, noise gate, overdrive. Yeah, see, I think that's how to do it. But there are people that like to compress after the overdrive, and it does give you a sound. It's maybe for leads. I could see lead sounds being really good for uh, having a compressor after your overdrive. Distortion pedals aren't something I use anymore. I used to use distortion pedals a lot. Uh, I just don't use them so much anymore. But it's been so long that I can't. I don't want to, comment too much on distortion pedals. What noise gate are you using? Because noise gates are a finicky thing. Some people really love a noise gate. Some people hate them, and some people are really particular about what noise gate they're using. Like, oh, I hate noise gates except for this one. This noise gate's awesome. Let people know, what a good noise gate is, because I don't know, and I heard the Rev one was good, but what do I know? The Rev gate, the G8 gate, I've heard was good, but I don't know. A lot of the time I try to use the volume. That's why I was bummed about and that could be a reason for me to use a noise gate. The bender is so noisy of a pedal that maybe I start using a noise gate because, having that noise just go away sounds pretty nice right now. Dude, cool, Ryan. You got your comp in. Yeah, and you got that fuzz coming from Laz. And he didn't send you that yet? Oh, you haven't got to try them. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, the Boss Noise Gate's good. It takes off a little bit of your top end, so if that bugs you, then that's the thing. Because I used to use the NS1 and the NS2, and that would take off some of your top end. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. So sorry if someone has an NS1 or NS2. Sorry, man. Good good noise gate will take you a long way. 'Cause having silence is really nice. Hmm, Sean, that's interesting. Every time I fire my half set. Hmm. Okay, I should read it out. Every time I fire my half set, it's like my tone is different every time. Probably just in my head. I don't know. What amp are you using? Go ahead and put in the chat what you're using, Sean. What especially what head? Because the cabinet shouldn't change too much. I would be shocked if your cabinet was changing, but um, there's always going to be a drift and other things to worry about with tube amps. Hey, Janice, you're all right. It's the first show, and there was a lot of technical difficulties today, so you're all right. I appreciate you still stopping in. Valve King 100. Man, they're PB amps. They usually are bulletproof, but you never know. It could be old tubes. I don't know though. I don't know enough about those amps to really say, but PBs are usually bulletproof, and the only thing that usually goes bad is the same kind of thing with the tubes or something like that. Because I'm having the I sympathize because I'm having the opposite feeling right now, where every time I plug in and play my Les Paul through this amp, like man, this is just the sound. It sounds great, you know. I want everybody to feel that way, and they plug into their gear, you know. It's a great feeling. Oh, another thing, I'm really digging these picks. The Diodario Black Ice picks. These are my new favorite picks right here. Sorry, I get a little distracted with the chat in a good way. I like hearing what you guys have to say. MXR Smart Gate for single coil, first in line, silencer loop before time boxes and wicked ones. Said the metal nut. Huh. Boomster, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, MXR makes good stuff. I feel like MXR is one of those companies you have to really know your pedal order to use. Like if you put some of their pedals out of order, they can start sounding a little funny. Especially like put a Dynacomp in the middle of your chain, and it's just going to sound not right, you know. But if you use their pedals right, they sound good. I got you. Yeah, so hopefully by next week I'll have all my audio issues figured out. Charles 75N gave me an opening, an opportunity to have him help me out with that. So I'm gonna probably take him up on that. That'll be great. Hopefully have some consistent vocals and guitar for you guys. I don't know. That doesn't sound good. Everything is smoking here. Uh-oh. Janice, I've been getting into the synthesizer and finding out it's so much easier playing certain chords on the guitar, like the E7 especially. Yeah, no, yeah, guitar chords, but they're really easy until they're not. That's kind of the story with guitar chords. Like if you try to do some of the piano chords where you're stretching across the fretboard, it's just like no. But but yeah, in a lot of situations, it's like especially when you're going between two chords, you're just removing a finger sometimes and just moving a finger. It's like basically the way I look at guitar is like there's only so many directions your hands can go. There's only so many ways your hand can move. So just try to get good at all of them. As silly and as that sounds, just don't try to not have a weakness. That's and one thing. Okay, this is a weird. This is gonna be really weird, but this is gonna be the end of the show here. I thought this was interesting the other day. So on this hand, I can't move my pinky without moving my ring finger. That's my right hand. But on my left hand, I can move it much easier. Not completely independent, but more so. That's my guitar hand. I just noticed that the other day, and I thought it was interesting. I was like, there's some level of proof that my guitar playing has changed my body in a way. As silly as that is, I thought that was funny. On that note, I'm going to end the show today, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Like I said, I hope to get the audio fixed for next show, and yeah, I hope we can make this a thing. Hanging out on Wednesday mornings / afternoons for you East Coasters or wherever you're at around the world. If you guys are elsewhere, but yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Octopus Garden, Octopus Ears here. Brent signing off. I'll see you guys. Take it easy.